Good morning. Also, hi, hello, Final Fantasy? Can you please... Oh, I'm still to some Marvel Rivals. Final Fantasy. Okay. Let us go adventure with the boy. I don't know what the quest is, though. The quest, Unfamiliar Territory. Okay. Also... Also, where's the... Hang on, I need to look up... That's what it is. Okay. How much is this price? Oh god, of course it's spiked in price. Here's how much the stag is. Oh, the stag's not that much. God. I'm curious if there's anywhere cheaper than 2.5 mil. Well, actually, wait. How do you buy it again? It's 400 Skybuilder scripts. Do I even have... I have some of them, right? Oh, I only have 133. I don't want to pay that much for them. Let's just go with a there's a minion of it, right? No, there is not a minion of it. Well, I will need to go and do crafting at some point. I'm not doing it today. What's this outfit? Historia. Okay. Alright, import. Much ado about nothing. Here on a hill. And the drum beats. Finding the lily. Sort of learn how a ruler. Many multitudes of Mamulja. Unfamiliar territory is the name. Oh. Never mind. I just need to have beaten Occult Crescent. I thought there was a new alpha quest, and there is not. Or maybe there isn't. Okay, he just pops up. Okay. I thought there was another quest for him. Never mind. In that case... Where do I go and see? Oh, the Hildebrand quests are not even out yet. Well... Well, I look like a fool now. Was there... I'm trying to think of what else that I wanted to do. Let's go. Maybe I do role quest stuff. Oh, it's no longer Crimbly. Where's my... You know, admittedly, I still kind of like this. So where is... Other side. So this has all the cutscenes, right? You do. Class and job quests. Role quests. Alright, so I started doing the these quests off. I started doing the role quest off stream. Alright, I already watched this cutscene. So these guys were like, oh, you're just, why would you want to start a war with Kugane? And it's like, because I am totally Rasho. You should believe me. And then we showed up and we're like, actually, no. Oh, I haven't finished this quest. Okay, that would explain why I can't see the cutscene. So I missed the cutscene. I missed one of the cutscenes. Because I was in the middle of queuing for a roulette, and it popped while I was in the cutscene, and I had to swap classes. We revealed that our bunny friend is apparently not actually our bunny friend. Grateful for your help today. Once again, I let our prey slip away. Only silver lining is that we know who he is now. But more importantly, I apologize for deceiving you. As Samidari said, I'm not the greatest hunter of my home. I'm not Itoka. I'm Kyuki. I hail from the same village as Itoka, and I too am a hunter, but only in name. You've seen my aim for yourself. Yet most shameful of all is that it's my fault the Dreamweave cocoon was stolen. Normally, it is enshrined in the deepest recesses of our home. Only Itoka had leave to wield it. The forest provides shelter and sustenance to many, and not all we share its bounty with are friendly. When great beasts threaten our home, the cocoon's power may be used to protect our lives. Yet I use it for my own foolish desires. I couldn't take it anymore. I was a hunter, yet could barely catch prey large enough to feed myself. I was forced to wash clothes, prepare meals, and tune bows. Just once, I wanted to be acknowledged, I wanted to feel pride, so I used the cocoon's power to transform myself into Itoka. With her dexterity and finesse, I finally caught prey befitting a true hunter. As I carried my prize home, he appeared. I found him collapsed in the middle of a beaten path. I'd never had reason to mistrust someone before, so I approached him to nurse his wounds, yet the moment I drew close, he knocked the cocoon from my grasp and struck me unconscious. He was long gone by the time I awoke. I confessed my sin to the village elder, and in her boundless grace she forgave me, but I could not forgive myself. I left home that very eve in secret to pursue the thief, all the way to Kugane. After several days of fruitlessly scouring the city, who should I see but Itoka, our most exceptional hunter? It came as no surprise that the elder had charged her with recovering the cocoon. She was astonished to see me, of course. I had told no one of my actions. I feared that she would send me home, but when I expressed to her my shame, my anger, she consoled me and told me that we would find the cocoon together. I was certain we would until the day that duplicitous bastard killed her. You appeared soon after her passing. I thought, with someone as strong as you at my side, maybe I could avenge her, so I lied. Like Samidari said, I'm no better than he is. I'm an imposter, but my desire to reclaim the cocoon is every bit as strong as Itoka's was. I'm so sorry for lying to you. I hope that you find it in your heart to forgive me and continue to aid me in reclaiming the Dreamweave cocoon. I had my suspicions, but also I had faith in you, and it's been rewarded. Thank you. I know with you at my side, I can keep my promise to Itoka. For now, I'll remain vigilant for any news regarding the conflict in the region. Please do pay me a visit when you find a moment to spare. I'm counting on you. I'm so relieved to see you. I thought you might resent me for lying to you, that you might refuse to lend me your help once again. I'd certainly be hard-pressed to reclaim the cocoon alone in this foreign land. I surely meant what I said before. I'm counting on you. Though I'm ashamed to admit it, when I first arrived here, I was nearly swindled out of an heirloom by a talking catfish. I've been scouring the city for a shop to pawn my choker so I could... I've been scouring the city for a shop to pawn my choker so I could secure room and board, you see, when a catfish approached me, claiming he'd buy the necklace at a fair price, offered me a handful of coins that glittered like gold. I was about to accept the offer when Itoka appeared. In mere moments, she discerned the catfish's currency was counterfeit, and ended the transaction then and there. She dragged me to the markets afterwards, pawned her own necklace to secure lodgings for the both of us. From the moment she arrived, Itoka took care of everything. What I'm trying to say is, I can't really do anything on my own. I'm reckless and impulsive, and I'm really glad to have you by my side. It's been some time, friends. Pray forgive my sudden visit, but I come bearing urgent tidings. We spoke at your house, with you at the House of the Fierce. What brings you all this way? I was able to make contact with Samidare. I told him I was willing to make amends and join my oldest friend in exposing the lies of people's hearts. He responded most eagerly and bade me, meet him in secret. Really? Did he say where? Aye, Hell's Lid. He had in mind to lay ambush to him, but not knowing the extent of the power he wields. I had in mind to lay ambush to him, but not knowing the power he wields, I thought it best to seek help. And so I come here begging your aid. Your strength and valor are unequaled, so we can not apprehend Samidare without you. We may never get another chance to catch him unawares like this. There's no time to lose. Is this guy Samidare? Forgive me for speaking plain, Huntress, but I fear we would only be a hindrance to missing when the fighting begins. Let us go to Hell's Lid by skiff and meet him after the villain is subdued. I take your point. You're right. Without us there to distract him, we can focus wholeheartedly on the battle. Sorry, would you mind going alone? We'll be there as soon as we can. This is him. That's the imposter. I find him very sus. He's splitting us. He's splitting the party. Please, Warrior of Light, use 2 brain cells. You see no sign of Samidare. Perhaps the lair lies further ahead. Still see no Simon, but you feel an unsettling presence. Samidare is nowhere to be found. There's naught to do but await your companion's arrival. Hey, you alright? I came as soon as... Oh, is the battle over already? Where's Samidare? was ambushed by a group of Rikojin. Okay, now it's Kyuki. Now Kyuki's the imposter. What? So this was a trap? Wait, over there. Oh god, I fell for that. Goodness, I made it. For all that time I spent on that old Kojin, in that old Kojin shell, convincing his underlings to attack you, my blade was mere ilms from the skin of your back, alas. A meticulous plan gone to waste. It seems I underestimated your strength and, the failed huntress' tenacity. Dare say I'm outmatched, and no common beast I might mimic can stand against you. I must contemplate your deaths with more care, more rigor. I look forward to our next meeting. Shoot him. Forgive me, I need to catch my breath. Samadari's friend was the villain himself. As soon as the skiff made it to the open sea, he threw me overboard. I damn near had to swim like a fish to make it here in time. He's made me into a fool again. He waylaid me before, using a similar ruse. By the time I figured out what was what, Itoko was already... I always wondered how a craven like Samadari was able to kill her, her greatest hunter, and now I know. When Itoka felt the blade in her back and turned to see the face of her killer, she saw me. I'm glad I was able to prevent history from repeating itself. I don't want to lose you too. We should return to Kugane. Samadari may have planted more than one trap for us here. Faced the worst as I rushed to you. I feared the worst as I rushed to reach you. The moment Samadara was in sight, I charged without thinking, which, in retrospect, was probably for the best. Had I tried to shoot him from afar with my bow, I might have missed, or worse yet, hit you instead. In any case, I'm relieved you're safe. I promise to be more wary from now on, particularly on familiar faces. It's hard, it hardly needs saying, but remember to keep your guard up as well. For now, I'll resume my efforts to gather information on Samadari's whereabouts. You'll be the first to know once I have lead. Yuki seems to be on edge. Good to see you. Or should I say, Samadare. There's only one way to be sure. I need you to tell me something that only you and I would know. When I used the cocoon to take on Itoka's form, what creature did I hunt? Did you tell me? You never told me. Also, wouldn't Samadare know that? Because he stole the relic from you after you went back to do that hunt, so he would have seen you coming back with the creature. I feel like that's a really bad question to ask, actually. So yeah, what a relief. Indeed, I never told you my arrow was, struck a great wild boar, a prize for any hunter. Samadar is the only one who ever saw it. Sorry for doubting you, but I could think of no better way to expose him if he had attempted to impersonate you. Actually, wait, that makes sense. Never mind. Kyuki, you're actually really big brain. That's actually, never mind. I'm dumb. Yeah, that's actually a really good idea. have to remain vigilant after all, even though no news of his plots has reached me of late. From here to Yangsha, people are on alert for a many-faced agitator within their midst, and not even a stray cat is beyond scrutiny. While Samidari can no longer act so brazenly, I'm afraid this means his trail's gone cold. We also have another problem. When he pushed me into the Ruby Sea, the remedy I carried was soaked in salt water. I'm afraid it's no longer effective. No doubt his plan from the start was to eliminate the one means we had of undoing the cocoon's mimicry. We're at a disadvantage too great to ignore. Which is why I intend to synthesize a new batch. I was just about to procure the ingredients from a supplier when you arrived. Why don't you join me? Never heard of such materials. Where are they found? Deep in the forest of Tural, land beyond the Great Sea, far to the west of here. Tural? I'm afraid my supply chain does not quite extend that far. Why don't you have me go get it? Fear as much. It doesn't help that the materials can only be harvested when the season's right. Even were I to return home now, I doubt I could find what I needed. No choice but to give up on the remedy. I'm sorry. Now that we're at the mercy of Samidari's cunning. Hello there. Tell me, have you any salves that might ease my aching back? Sorry, this isn't the apothecary. Where are your spectacles? Oh yes, how could I forget? Forget much better. Sometimes I forget that I'm blind as a bat without these. Forgive me, Shirakashi. Excuse me, but do those bits of glass covering your eyes help you see better? Yes. Are you unfamiliar with spectacles? I've seen folk wear them before, but I always thought they were decorative, like my choker. Can you tell me where to procure a pair of my own? Yamabuki's your man. He has a breadth of artisan contracts who will ensure you receive a pair of fine-tuned to your specifications. You'll find his shop on this very street. I'll look for him. Thank you. Okay, so I was thinking, like, does she think that glasses will help her figure out... does she think that glasses will help her locate Samidare? I think the reason she's a bad hunter is she's nearsighted, and they just never figured that out in Tural. Is that what's going on here? I thought a failure of a hunter myself would never be able to aid you in battle, yet I've come to realize there's hope yet. Let's not cower at the stall any longer. Can you join me over there? Is that what's going on? Is she just nearsighted? And they just couldn't get her a pair of glasses? Ever since I was a child, I've had trouble seeing things from afar. That's why my aim with the bow is so poor. I'm not fit to be a hunter, never was. It's only natural that chores like washing sheets and preparing meals fell to me. But I always yearned to do more, to be more. I looked up to Toka so much I can remember now that no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't give up. Just be like her. So I begged her to teach me everything she knew. The basics of drawing a bow, to precise aiming techniques the hunters use. Yet despite all her efforts, she failed me where my sight failed me where it counted most. All my life, I thought this was simply how nature intended for me to be. I was content to accept my lot. But now I know that spectacles may improve my eyesight. I feel hope. If I could just try them, mayhaps my arrows would fire true. I could join you in battle and maybe even strike down Samidari with my own arrow. We may have lost the remedy, but this would give us an element of surprise. So I have to try on spectacles for myself. Okay, that's actually kind of a neat plot twist. Let's go meet this Yambuki. I wonder what procuring a pair of spectacles entails. Hi, Jackie. How's it going? Pair of spectacles, is it? I can certainly get you, your order in the pipeline, but I'm afraid there'll be a wait. I'm fresh out of supplies, you see, and the next shipment isn't due for a number of weeks. Of course, if you're in a rush, you could roll up your sleeves and get the materials yourselves. All you need is a glossy shell of an azure hawksbill, and a cluster of Ireland quartz. Bring them here, and my affiliates can begin work immediately. You know what scheme Samadari? Who knows what scheme Samadari might contrive? Should we let down our chase for weeks? Would you be willing to lend me a hand with procuring the materials? If we split up, we should be able to gather them in the blink of an eye. I'm doing okay. Quite the eager pair, I see. In that case, I dare say you'll be able to negotiate with the Blue Kojin for carapace of splendid quality. I visited Tamamizu during my investigations in the Ruby Sea. I'll handle the shell. That leaves you with the Ireland quartz. Pray look for a cavern near Shoal Rock and Ruby Sea. Sprinkle some glittering gravel to lure a shoal Iwamushi from its lair within, and retrieve a cluster from its shell. Let's see back here when we're finished. Had a pretty chill Christmas. You slept through Christmas? Dang. Hello! Oh, so let me... Also, I'm realizing... There we go. Downside of working night shift, yeah. Okay, so I went out to dinner with my dad last night, and we wound up just going to a Denny's, and I was I was like talking to him, and he was talking about how he had to work today. Like he was working really hard today because they had an emergency job. He runs a water damage restoration business. And I was like, did you at least charge a holiday rate? And he's like, you don't charge a holiday rate. I got like competition. I'm like, Dad, you run the business. If you have to work on Christmas, you charge a holiday rate. Because he's like trying to tell me that like, oh no, his competition will scoop it up. And I'm like, no, like, he was telling me he had to work because none of his workers wanted to work on Christmas. And I'm like, no one wants to work on Christmas, Dad. You charge a holiday rate to make working on Christmas appealing. And he was trying to tell me no one did that. And he asked the Denny's workers if they got paid overtime for working on Christmas. And I'm like, Dad, please don't. I felt so bad that I was like out here talking about how people should get paid a holiday rate for working on Christmas, and then he goes and asks the Denny's workers who do not get paid a holiday rate for working on Christmas. They should, though, is the thing. Like, no, yeah, I was telling him, like, my job, I usually have to work on our work holidays. The Christmas is, like, one of the few work holidays I get off. And when I have to work on a holiday, I get paid time and a half. Like, you should. The fact that Denny's doesn't pay their employees time and a half, sucks. But everyone should get paid time and a half to work on a holiday, personally. I think they should. I mean, that sounds like more than the Denny's people get at the very least. Oh, you're the first to return. I trust you have the quartz in hand? Excellent. This will make for a fine pair of lenses. Now we only need to wait for your friend. I'm back. Sorry, I didn't mean to alarm you like that. I spoke with the Cogent of Blue as planned, but soon learned that the Hawksbill shells have been sparse of late. They were reluctant to part with a single one. I was able to wear them down, though, until they proposed an exchange. If I dealt with the Red Cogent who invaded their fishing grounds, they'd spare a shell. I knew my bow would be useless, so I took a leaf out of Missing's book and fought him up close and personal. As you can see, I took quite the beating, but so did they. I may be a little worse for wear, but the trouble was worth it. I have the shell as promised, and with it, your associates can get started. Indeed they can. Let us first measure your eyesight, and then they can get to work. It's incredible. Everything's so vivid. Why, I'm sure I can hit a bird over the horizon. Come, I want to test my shots at the sign over there. Hold on, that seems like a fine way to earn the ire of the Sekisegumi. I'll prepare some targets for you, so let's move somewhere less crowded. Yes, of course. Thank you for going through all the trouble. On celebrate holidays most of the time. I'm the one who'd rather work than be off. That's fair. Like, there are some people who can work on holidays because it's not something that, like, they personally... Like, I didn't do that much on Christmas. I probably could have worked on Christmas. That being said, I still think you should get paid overtime for working on Christmas because people don't want to. Like, you are providing a service people don't usually provide. That's in demand. I did it! I really did it! After all these years, my aim is true! When we find Samidara, he won't know what hit him. Is this gonna get me to level 100? don't know if I can properly describe this feeling to you. After so long, I don't feel like someone pretending to be a hunter. I don't feel like a burden. As soon as I catch even a whiff of Samadari's trail, we will stop him for good. When that moment arrives, please lend me your strength one last time. Together we'll retrieve the cocoon and return it to my village. Ah, shit, I'm so close! I'm so close to level 100. Okay, let's just, Also, part of me wants to go, do some grinding in the firmament to get the dough, purely to sell it, admittedly, as much as I want one myself. 2 mil for the dough? That's not gonna last. Why am I'm not teleporting to Kugane. Where am I going? Let's head to... Living Memory. Forlorn Maiden. Good. Where's... Are there more? There's more over here. There we go. Level 100, baby. Let's head back to Kugane. Actually, wait. I have a Twisted Fate. I may as well, do I have anybody else? I don't have anything else that's that's worth leveling up right now, actually. So let's head back to Kugane. Your timing could not have been more impeccable. A person claiming to be an acquaintance of yours just stopped by moments ago. We should have a word about Samadari, no less. They're presently in my waiting in my room, so give me just a moment and I'll bring them here. Are we sure that they're an acquaintance of mine? You look well. Forgive me for issuing pleasantries, but there's an urgent matter I wish to discuss. What did we eat the night before our trial in Bardam's Meadow? I believe we feasted on gulo meat. You and Hien competed to see who could bring back the Greater Hall. It would seem you too have grown wary of imposters. Then we can proceed straight into the heart of the matter. You appeared in Molilo a few days ago, claiming Hien had been driven to madness, that he was assembling an army in Doma with plans to conquer the Azim Steppe. forget that I have a Twitch, and from time to time I will remember and watch a streamer on Twitch says I'm following. You wouldn't happen to have a follow age command ability, would you? I don't know. It's been a while. Let me see. Uptime. I forget. It's been a very long time since. Yeah, I don't think I do. I should probably fix that. Can I actually... I think I can just check myself, right? You were following since 2016. November 11th, 2016 is when you followed. Unfortunately, when we attempted to capture him, the imposter transformed into a sheep and disappeared among the bands grazing in the plains. Well, when I informed our friends in Dome of the incident, I was told that you've been using Kugane as a bait to track down the perpetrator, and I thought it best I apprise you of this happening. Samadari, he won't relent. His schemes won't end until we make them end. No, I'm with you. I follow so many people, and then I forget why and how I started following them. We may discover a clue as to his whereabouts in Reunion. If anyone in the steppe has seen him, that's where they'll be. I must alert the other tribes to this threat. May the winds speed you on their way. After the Azim step, then, with any luck, someone in Reunion will have insight to offer. I don't think I've played Town of Salem. I think the one, like, Mafia-esque game I've played on stream, not counting Push the Button, is, I did VR chat. I forget what it was called. I think it's literally just, like, Murderer. I forget if there was a name on VR chat. Far East, Azim Step. A lot of Pokemon. Maybe. Some stir of trouble. A quarrel amongst tribes is as common as the rising sun. Not a day goes by without it. You'll excuse me. I have goods to sell. Kindly continue your inquiries elsewhere. I don't know if I played Town of Salem ever. Found this forbidden reunion. This is known. As for my tribe, all is at peace. I heard rumors of a rumor of interest, however. It seems Magni of the Orinir has been behaving strangely of late. Perhaps it's related to the matter you're investigating? That's a really cool... I like the highlights in that Chocobo's feathers. I kind of wish we could do that. No, for sure. Same. Big same. I don't know what I was playing 9 years ago. I'd have to go back and look at my YouTube. Conflict, not between, besides the normal quarrels between tribes, certainly no disputes the scale you speak of. I have heard rumors that Magni has been speaking out from the Dawn Throne. Sneaking out from the Dawn Throne. Where could he be going, and to do what, I wonder? Were you able to learn anything of interest? I've also heard the rumors pertaining to this Magni. One person even stated they saw him headed towards a place called Bartum's Metal not long ago. Mayhap this is the form Samadari's chosen to take on. Whatever the case may be, we'll find the answer at Bartum's Metal. We can't allow Samadari's depravities to go on any longer. Steel yourself for when we next faced him. We're putting an end to all of this. Good, you're ready. Once the battle begins, there's no telling which form Samadari might take, an eminent warrior, a fearsome beast, or worse. He's also shown more scrupulous behaviors in his preparations of late. Whatever his form, we would do best to assume that he has thoroughly studied its strengths, and will use them to its full effect. Yet I am not the feeble hunter I was before. Together with your martial might and my exacting eye, we will defeat him. At long last, Itoka shall have her vengeance, and my village shall have shall see the cocoon returned. Oh, he's impersonating Sadhu. He actually is making him think that Sadhu has feelings. Look at her blushing. She'd never do that, the lesbian. I would bask in your warmth till my flesh returns to the earth. God damn it. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, God. You speak these honeyed words to lure me into your cot only to slit my throat as I sleep. That's not Sadhu. She only cares about Cyrano and maybe also all the women in her tribe. That's about it. No way that's Sadhu. I have to head out and get some sleep for tonight. It was nice seeing you again, though. Yeah, have a good night. Thanks for dropping in. Hush, you fool, I'm your Nama. Though we've had our disagreements in the past, I've come to understand my actions were born of love. Yet only now that I am forced to wed do I realize this. Despite my shame, I wish to confess my feelings before it's too late. Sadhu's not marrying anyone. She is the like dommy lesbian of a polycule. I shipped them during Stormblood. And then the more I've played this game and the more I've seen Sadhu, the more apparent it is that Sadhu's a lesbian. Like there's, or at the very least, she's bi leading women. I also feel like Sadhu's just horny for people who could murder her. But I don't know. Sadhu's a more well-adjusted Xenos. I think that's a good way of putting it. Wed? A Dotharal beast like you? To whom? To what? Hien of Doma, by becoming my kin, he seeks to leverage the influence of the Dotharal to claim dominion over the steppe. The Doman knows no shame. Very well. I will consider your proposal, far-fetched though it may be. I cannot overlook the possibility that you are my Nama. But first, we must gather our warriors. The Doman's impudence cannot go unpunished. We march for Doma come tomorrow's dawn. That's not Sadhu. You, what are you doing here? Is it not obvious? They're spies of Doma, come to quash any thought of resistance. We must kill them, quickly. But he is the Khan. You two are quite the persistent pair. I'd hoped to strike your backs from the shadows, but now you forced my hand. I will select from a repertoire the greatest warriors I have witnessed, and use their strength to give you the death you so crave. Beginning with her. How dare you? When my arrow pierces your breast, Itoka will finally know peace. Oh. Beyblading around. I always feel so cool doing my ultimate attack here. Also, this should probably be here. Watch out we don't do something. Destroy the balls of Knot? Okay. Oh my god, the balls of Knot. Alright, we're still alive. No! It's finally done. What am I doing here? Feels as though I've just woken from the strangest dream. Well, you see... This cowardly cur assaulted you from behind and knocked you unconscious. You have shown the sun disgrace this day. You will feel his scorn impressed upon your flesh. You shall soon forget the warmth of his radiance. In the shadows you will scream, yet none will hear. Prepare yourself. Death would have been too good a fate for him. He deserves to spend the rest of his days feeling the weight of his crimes. Now we've honored Itoka's memory and reclaimed the cocoon. No words can express my gratitude. I can finally go home, but my community awaits our foremost hunter's triumphant return. What expression will come over their faces when the village's disgrace arrives instead? I don't know if I can bear to see. Our journey to reclaim the Dreamweave cocoon has come to an end at long last. Would that I could return home in high spirits. As I recall, you said Shishepia is the one who requested your help, yes? Let us make the journey back to Tuliolo and report to her all that has happened. You're back. Are you able to retrieve the Dreamweave cocoon? Itoka isn't with you? Yuki? Thank goodness you're alive! May her soul rest in the cocoon's embrace. I can't believe Itoka's gone. Yes, our village's greatest hunter's lost to us. Well, its greatest failure survives. Here, take the cocoon back where it belongs, to home. I have no right to return. Don't be ridiculous! You're a child of the forest. You are our dear sister. You can always, always come home. The entire village has been worried sick about you. We all saw how crestfallen you were when you suddenly disappeared. We feared you took your life. For 3 days and 3 nights we scoured land and water to find you. Yet look at you now. Not only are you hale and whole, but you have reclaimed the cocoon too. I'm sure that Itoka's spirit hunting in the forests above is smiling down at you with pride. And she would much rather you take up her mantle and protect the village than wallow in guilt over her death. Nothing escapes your gaze now, after all, isn't that right? Thank you, Shishepia. It's settled. You'll return home with me, and our village, and finally our village can breathe a sigh of relief. And it would be remiss of me not to thank you properly for assisting Kyuki in reclaiming the Dreamweave cocoon. You have my heartfelt gratitude. I was a little more than a liar and a hypocrite when we first met. But during our time together, I discovered that I'm so much more than that. And with the right tools, even I could become a hunter worthy of following in Itoka's footsteps. I'm truly grateful for you for helping me see that. Farewell for now. I hope that one day our paths may cross again. Oh, I get all of them. Cool. I think... I'm gonna go to the permit. I'm gonna try and get that dough. Are there not? Is this not where I should be? Why is there nothing? Oh, here we go. There are no hidden items at the gathering point. Okay. Damn it. I could have. Why is there just not a bunch of nodes? Are the nodes not tied to like individuals? Oh, here we go. Oh, no. Shit. Okay. Oh my god, come on! I should have eaten a potion before. a little island over here that I haven't checked. Oh, there's a little island over here I haven't discovered yet. Bop. Okay. Alright. I have to get to work in like 10 minutes. How do I get home? Oh wait, I can just... Okay, it does take quite a lot of scripts. There we go. Oh, wait. I'm just going with whatever the lowest price is. Okay, maybe not the lowest price. Oh, you don't have anything here. Wrong thing. Yeah. Okay, like 500. I'll go 700 here. I only have 183 scripts. I'm gonna hop off here. Let's see. Is there anybody else I'd like to go and raid? Nah. Let's see. Categories. 14. There's a frog. I'll go ahead and raid this frog. If you're on YouTube, go to twitch.tv/Ulexic. I'm pretty sure that's how it's supposed to be pronounced. Maybe messages you found the missing persons. Thank